So we don't hear Stephanie giggling from behind the door.
Or pounding on it anymore. So we can open her up.
Even
though
though
there's no technical way she could have left.
She would have had to leave and then lock the door behind her.
With a key she wouldn't have. So maybe she went through an air vent.
You would think, though, too, I always wonder about this whenever you see someone lock someone into a room in a movie. Is there no way to unlock it from the inside of the room?
Often not, no. Not if the door's on the outside. Well, yeah, unless you have a key. But that's what I'd think, anyways. Otherwise, what would be the point of having a door lock on the outside?
Well, what about, I always imagine it like a front door. Like, there's no device from the back of the door for you to unlock it.
Well, there probably is, but you'd need the key, again.
I guess.
Statue I sent belongs to the Maxwell family. Ultimately, it was only a statue.
So technically, this shit is his fault.
And probably has nothing to do with the Maxwell's magic powers.
Probably has nothing to do with magic powers.
There is probably nothing to the curse.
It's fine. It's probably cool.
Yo, trust me, dude.
Anyway,
it's alright.
Probably has nothing to do with any sort of murders, spooky magic.
Not the statue in Stephanie's room.
Oh no.
So did we have to read that before being able to do anything about the statue?
Yeah, well, because we don't know the statue's, like, bad news bears.
Even though it electrocuted us?
Well, yeah, but I mean, we can't assume. We have to be sure. Otherwise, we would be destroying perfectly good property.
It's not right to make assumptions, I guess.
I'd like, even if the window looked broken here, just some way to indicate she left.
That'd be smart.
I wonder where Uncle Philip went.
It's open like a tiny bit for a small child to get through, but jammed so that it's not big enough for Alyssa to fit through, maybe?
Yeah, that would be fine. Although then you'd have to question how she gets back in the house and...
My face. It's changed. I wonder if Bates has become the dominant one.
She's really calm about that.
Sort of resigned to her fate, I suppose.
Or it's a bad line reading.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I like how bulbous her feet look. Sorry, I'm fascinated by them.
It's almost cartoonish in a way.
Yeah.
I kind of hate how we just have the body parts lying around. I mean, I guess the alternative is that they disappear, but it's one of those things where, like, the longer you look at something spooky, the more you just become accustomed to it, and it just loses its fear factor.
Oh no!
Spooky painting of a castle?
Oh no!
What? What? Wait. How?
Apparently it was really heavy. Maybe it was made of marble.
I guess. That's the stupidest thing ever.
So I take it back. Apparently, Stephanie does have paranormal powers in order to possess paintings?
I guess.
I don't know.
So, I kind of expected that light to fall on her and kill her.
I know! Like, you can't trust anything anymore.
Yeah. But, so despite us finding the, samurai guy, before Stephanie is actually the primary antagonist in this scenario. Hey.
She might actually be based on a Chinese ghost.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Hold on, we gotta get some thrilling action in here.
I really prefer Bates's approach to this kid, which is just to kick her over because she's 11. Or like 8. She's tiny. Like, why are you putting up with this shit?
I guess it kind of makes sense in that she's Alyssa's cousin and she doesn't want to hurt her, but again, it's one of those things where it's like, she has a knife, she's trying to kill you.
Yeah, and clearly, unless she looks like this all the time, there's something wrong with her.
Yeah.
Like, she could just be the palest child.
I guess it's easy for us to say, just... share it to Bruce.
Yet that doesn't stop her, it just knocks her down.
She was thinking about life for...
Oh, jeez, I got hit with a chair.
I think this is just one of the things where it's really hard to get the player to kind of be in tune with what the character is thinking. because it does make sense that Alyssa doesn't want to hurt her cousin, and she wants to try and see if there's something she could do to get her cousin back to normal without having to resort to killing her.
Yeah. But let's hit her with the pot. It's fine.
But yeah, as the player, you're just, I don't know, you just get kind of tired of having to do these non-lethal kills to an 11-year-old child.
I know. I feel
don't
like
know.
even just a few explanation lines of, oh, she's my cousin, I can't hurt her.
Yeah.
It's Stephanie.
Yeah,
but,
an acknowledgement of what Alyssa is thinking right now.
I mean, I know that it's also good to have implied relationships and that kind of stuff, but with Clock Tower, it's too much is implied, and you just don't get enough of a sense of relationships and characters and motivations.
Yeah, it's leaving too much to the imagination, where it feels more like you're intending your viewers to fill in all the blanks for you, instead of leaving breadcrumbs for them to kind of connect the dots themselves.
And I mean, the other thing is if Alyssa's been locked up in an asylum for a while, like, how close would she really be with her family on the outside?
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to say, and it's not really implied. I mean, from her aunt and uncle's reaction to her coming, you can tell that they at least weren't terribly thrilled.
It's a little frosty.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting point to bring up, though, is Alyssa has spent time in an insane asylum. How do we know this isn't just some
It's gone.
crazed fever dream?
The statue. Where did it go?
It's not.
Yeah.
The game isn't clever enough to do that.
Yeah, and I do wish that it at least tried to play up that angle at first.
Well, they don't even mention in the game that she has been in an asylum or mental hospital.
The statue. Where did it go?
I don't really know why I felt the need to check that again. But the important thing is we don't know where the statue is, and we need to find it.
You know, there's some rooms in this house that they look very nice, and then there's other rooms, like this hallway and Stephanie's room, where they're so bare and boring.
Yeah. I mean, well, part of it is probably if you put too many graphics on the screen in this era.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you assume? I mean, I'm pretty sure that it would cause unless you had pre-rendered backgrounds, it would cause a lot of chugging on the performance of the machine.
Yeah.
Console. I don't know what it is,
Uncle
and it doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm kind of associating Uncle Philip with Gomez Adams.
Maxwell curse.
Maybe.
Maxwell curse.
I guess because of the mustache?
Maybe.
It
I don't
doesn't
really
matter
understand
now.
my reasoning.
You must go hide in the den.
Yeah, go hide in the den.
Just gonna mosey on in here.
Slowly. Like, shouldn't someone be getting, like, a knife or something?
How do you feel about having Uncle Philip and Aunt Catherine kind of dicking around in the same house as us?
I feel like if it had been done better, it could have been...
Yeah, a little more effective.
Yeah, but as such, like... Well, Aunt Catherine at least seems like she maybe took Stephanie into a room and was trying to reason with her, and then just things went terribly wrong, and luckily Alyssa/Bates were around to solve things, but,
You have Uncle Philip, who he's basically just kind of mumbled stuff.
and then wandered off.
Yeah, and it's just kind of... just feels like it's not a particularly effective way of conveying any sort of foreshadowing, or I don't even understand if that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
It's
it's not terribly clear.
Yeah. I mean, same with Aunt Catherine. All she's really done is mumble something.
She at least has the excuse of having just been attacked by her daughter,
Yeah.
so she would at least be in a bad mental state. But Uncle Philip, like, I don't know, does he have an excuse? It doesn't feel like he does.
This is the hallway where I keep my books.
Well, you know, it's like an annex. Or something.
So this is just another spot, I guess, where we could put down the amulet, I take it.
Probably. I don't know, I don't use everything.
This dumb room is here just for books. I guess they just wanted to give you some sort of surface to put things on, but...
Yeah. So, we don't have much to look at in this room.
Is that just a gaping crater into the basement in the...
Yeah, well, don't you have a basement crater?
Not Not recently, though.
These books, they all look so difficult.
Oh, Alyssa.
Learning's hard.
Learning is really hard. So, do you think that people are aware that Alyssa has an alternate personality? Or is it...
I think so.
Like- I mean, I know that they have, or that she has an alternate personality, but to ask the question better, do you think they realize she's essentially possessed? Or if they're just like, oh, she's got the crazies?
Yeah, I think it would probably be more like she has the crazies.
So the glowing purple glow is just for our benefit and not for the families.
I think it's just meant to signal to the player that who is in control right now.
Because I'm pretty sure that if my friend was acting, or my daughter, niece, whatever, was acting differently and had a giant purple glow around her, I'd probably,
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a visual indication for the... That's a huge ashtray!
It's friggin' huge. It's so big.
This is my smoking room.
Well, maybe it is. Probably smells like ass down here.
It's probably the rankest smelling place ever.
Yeah, all...
He has an ashtray and yet he spreads his ashes out on the table like a slob.
What a
Oh, there's
jerk,
nothing
right?
here I can use.
These giant books.
It's probably just smoke staining. But, I mean, there's not even a window down here.
Yeah.
It smells awful. Like, it smells like stale cigarettes and B.O. And what is that statue even supposed to be? It looks like a candy scoop.
Everything started
I
after
don't
Stephanie
know.
found it in the closet.
That statue?
No, the statue I'm not holding.
Curse is true. That's why you're possessed.
Oh,
Okay, so Uncle Philip does know she's possessed.
I've been cursed too?
You know, don't you? Anyone involved with the Maxwell family.
Whoa!
Oh, hey, hands
Uncle!
off.
Come on here.
Okay.
Oops. I didn't hit the button hard enough.
Okay, so that wasn't a case of we needed to beat Bates. That was just not mashing the
That
panic
was a
button.
case of Genghis needs to hit the button harder. That's alright.
I almost wonder if the statue is meant to be sort
This
of
is the
like a
statue.
Virgin
Everything
Mary-esque,
started
like that's
after
supposed to be a
Stephanie
hood.
found it in the
and
closet.
Oh.
like a... I don't
That
know.
statue?
Maybe.
The curse is
We
true.
have to listen to this
That's why
conversation
you're
again. I'm
possessed.
sorry.
Or
It's just the worst.
I've been cursed
So are
too?
the pauses in between all the sentences, is that just the cutscene, or is that, do you have to click?
you know,
No, just the
don't you?
cutscene.
Okay.
Anyone
So all those
involved with the
awkward
Maxwell
pauses.
family.
Yep, that's how the game is meant to be enjoyed.
Alright.
So Alyssa there seemed surprised that she would be cursed. So, did she know she was possessed? Wait, of course she does, but she doesn't seem to have an idea of why and hasn't investigated?
I think it's more so that she just assumed that she was possessed with something and didn't realize that maybe there's more to the story than that.
Yeah.
I guess it's the difference between thinking there's a ghost in your house and then realizing the ghost in your house is because there's a dead person underneath your floorboards.
Oh, gross.
Maybe.
You seem pretty confident about that.
Well, you know, you pick things up.
From living with a ghost in your house. So, Statue Man is really annoying.
And doesn't really pose any threats except for when we just blindly run into him.
Yeah. So I just kind of dashed to get away from him because he was getting kind of close, but I just...
So is Samurai Guy, is he explained later in the game?
I don't remember.
Should we go into that now then?
Sure, let's go into Samurai Guy.
So apparently, Samurai Guy is actually the son. I forget his name.
Oh, Michael.
Michael,
Yeah.
there it is. Apparently, when spooky stuff started to happen, he is said to have tried to hide in the samurai suit, and then, much like Stephanie
Burn it.
became
The statue.
possessed
Burn it.
by the statue.
He became
Uncle
possessed by
Philip.
the armor.
The
Is it-
statue.
Wait, is it
Hurry,
the armor
burn
or
it.
the statue? Like the
It's the statue that's technically the possessy thing, but
But so like the statue possessed him while he's in the armor, and now he's like wandering around. as,
Burn
like,
the statue?
I guess so. For some reason, I thought it was the armor itself that was cursed, but...
That'd mean that there are 2 cursed items in this
And they
house
just have
alone.
really bad luck.
Yeah. But so...
So I guess Stephanie attacked her father there.
Yeah.
Didn't kill him, though. Just ran away.
Yeah.
Which is weird behavior.
I guess just kind of back to the point of Michael, because I do find it interesting. It would be kind of neat if it was that the armor was possessed instead of Michael, because then that might lead for a creepy kind of thing where Michael is trying to warn you or trying to fight against the armor from trying to kill you, and you just have to hear all that while the armor is trying to murder you.
Yeah, and that would be really scary. But this game doesn't really want to be that scary.
Yeah, and I guess that would kind of end up dabbling in...
I forgot the matches. I picked them up earlier, but when
Oh,
Uncle Philip
and then,
strangles
yeah.
you, you drop the item entirely. Kind of annoying. So let's just go get those.
Alright.
Because otherwise we can't burn shit. Shuffle, shuffle.
Every time I hear that shuffling noise, I flash back to my childhood where my dad would yell at me for dragging my feet. This,
Always pick up your feet when being pursued by murderers.
this LP is just uncovering traumatic childhood memories for me.
Is that traumatic?
He
One
was
time
very
my dad told me I shoveled my feet. I haven't got over
Oh
it.
no, it wasn't one time. It was very passionate, over the course of many years. I can't help it. I'm sorry I dragged my feet.
If it helps, one time when I was jogging with my sister, and I'm a terrible jogger, and she's an amazing jogger, but she was running behind me, threatening to kick my ankles if I didn't pick my feet up. So, I've also experienced family-related trauma.
Alyssa's got nothing on us.
Yeah, right?
How you
We're
doing?
the real victims.
How you doing, Uncle Philip?
I'm fine.
Just gonna...
Burn the statue yet? Haven't got around to it.
Sorry.
Just when you
I
time.
missed picking up the matches because I was so traumatized by you trying to choke me. Yeah, don't worry, I'll burn this shit for you. I guess I'll help you out.
Set you on fire afterwards.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Uncle.
Yeah. Just throw the statue at him, hold this, and just pour the kerosene over him.
Oh, shit. Fuck off, Michael.
Sorry, Michael, but you're kind of dumb.
If this doesn't get explained later, I'm gonna be a little annoyed, because how are we supposed to pick up on the fact that it's not just a random suit of armor? Like, there's no indications at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, whatever. It's time to burn a statue. I
Burn-
guess the statue's made of wood?
Yeah.
If it's made of stone, would it melt? Probably not. When do rocks melt? I don't know enough about fire.
Well, it probably would depend on the type of rock. There's a lot of factors involved since it's a golden statue.
Oh, then it would probably melt fine, yeah.
Well, I don't know. What temperature does gold melt at? I don't think a fire,
must
like
burn the
just a
statue.
fireplace, would melt it significantly.
Do we have someone out there more experienced with the burning points of metals? Do you want to fill us in?
Well, we'll check out Wikipedia.
Yeah, we'll get back to it. Are we good?
This is the one thing we have to know.
Well, it's important.
How plausible is burning this golden possessed?
Why
I'm
did
going
the...
to kill you.
Is this Stephanie?
Is this an earthquake? Yeah.
Just give up.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bates, the best.
Hey, you little shit. What good is it gonna do to burn that?
Whatever, Bates.
Boom.
Oh, jeez.
So, what Alyssa was trying to avoid.
That's the way I do it.
Oh, Bates.
Well.
You're the best and the worst. Let's pick up that amulet.
So in the middle of the fight, we have to turn back into Alyssa.
Well,
Amulet.
it automatically drops
Protect
the
me.
amulet.
But I mean, if
Oh, yeah.
Or-
Well, if you don't grab the amulet and you're Bates, I believe it's death. I think it's another
so,
ending you can
even
get.
though we just totally showed her who's boss, she'd be able to get the.
Well, I think she's kind of immortal when she's got the...
And I guess that takes
Stephanie.
Bates off guard, and he.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. We'll get the scene later in the bonus footage.
I passed out too. Look, we're friends.
It's all okay now. We're like a yin yang.
Look, we're doing things together. I'm part of the family again.
Oh, wow. So that's it for the first scenario of Struggle Within.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with the second scenario next week.
All right. See you guys then.
Yeah.